My name is Jennifer Shahood, and I am Miss Arab USA 2010. And I'm going to talk to you girls about what you shouldn't do when you're here at the Miss Arab USA pageant. Now, one of the things I can't stress enough is that you are watched from the minute you arrive at the pageant to the minute that they are going to put the crown on your head. They're going to be paying attention to your attitude, to you following directions, how you interact with the other girls, and so on and so forth. So what you need to do is always keep in the back of your mind that vision of I am Miss Arab USA and how do I want to represent the Arab American Association. So one of the things you don't want to do is do not be a diva under any means. If you start giving out demands and start saying I want this and I want that, guess what? Marks against you. If you're catty with the other girls, marked against you. Don't start any drama or anything like that. Another thing you don't want to do is don't be late. There's going to be breaks while you're going to be rehearsing for the Miss Arab USA pageant, getting you ready for Saturday night. So what you want to make sure that you're doing is not being late whatsoever. When you go on your breaks, whether it's a 5, a 10, a 30, or an hour, whatever time they tell you to be back on stage, make sure that you are right at that stage at the time that they tell you. Because what they're going to be doing is as soon as it hits, let's say, 1 o'clock, right? Everybody that walks through the door after 1 o'clock is going to get something marked against them. And the last thing you want is something like time getting in the way of you having that beautiful crown on your head with the title Miss Arab USA. Nobody wants that, right? So always pay attention to timing and always pay attention to the rules. Now, I mentioned earlier that you're going to be getting a handbook when you are selected to be the top 20. In that handbook, there is all the rules and regulations that you need to know for the association. Read it 10, 20, 30 times. Have it memorized. Just make sure that you know everything that's going on in that book. Because let's say you walk in and you're doing rehearsal and you ask the coordinator a question. Let's say that question is already in the handbook where the answer is. Automatically, they're going to know that you didn't read the handbook. You didn't take the time or the motivation or even the commitment to put into the pageant and read the most important thing they could give you, a handbook with all the answers to all the questions you could possibly have. Now, of course, there's going to be questions that, maybe the answer isn't so clear for you. Don't be afraid of the association. Shoot them an email. Be very specific of the question that you're going to ask them, and they'll answer you as best that they can. But I can promise you that 99% of the questions that you have, the answers are in the handbook. You just have to read it. And those are my tips on what you should not do at the Miss Arab USA pageant.